This video is extremely important. Please watch it through. And keep in mind that people that work for the government are covertly editing the sound of my voice. So there was a mass shooting in New Mexico at a place called Los Cruces, or something to that effect. I have a disability from being fumed in poison for years, so I don't listen to videos, I just read the annotations. And basically, if I'm not mistaken, 3 people were killed and 15 were injured. And there was somebody holding an AR-15. And yesterday, I'm told that before this occurred, I had spoken to people who work for the government who are running a psychological operation on me here in California. And I told them that I should be allowed to have a concealed carry permit. You know, I would be the best force for change in American history by far, in terms of, I am either way, but in terms of if people rallied to me, and I should have an entourage wherever I go, and somebody in the parking lot, I specifically said in the parking lot, with an AR-15, who would help make sure that I'd have the upper hand if there was a shootout. And I've been complaining about them sabotaging me for many years now. Okay, poisoning and fuming me before the head of the health department came out and said there's a 50% reduction in testosterone. I had the heart to come out and say that yes, they're messing up my brain and it's been reducing my testosterone level and sex drive. And there you see in the annotations of the video, it says the phrase, a sexless death. What are the odds of that, right? Pretty straightforward. I'm sure if you look at the victims' names, quite often the victims' names, when you apply wordplay and anagrams and you rearrange the letters to make one or more words, it spells out something else, right? These mass shootings are planned on a high level, and there's advanced technology that is going into them. I recently saw a speech with Bill Clinton and his wife Hillary, where they were talking about technology and the dangers that they pose. And you have to look back at your life and consider what he called the scoreboard and look at the score. So it's very important that you check out my Proof That I Am Christ playlist. The word Marshall is marital scrambled, and I Christ and the bridegroom. And of the 43 years I've been on this planet, I've never ever heard anyone else say that that is the case, that Marshall is marital scrambled, as in marriage, and that the top martial artist ever possible is the bridegroom, right? The word point is a play on words for in top. He who sees the Father sees the Son. You see the phrase, a striking resemblance. A striking resemblance. It hits you differently. The sword of Scripture. And I can go on and on about the connections here. The word Christos has the words hits scrambled into it. The word Christ as well. Christos means the anointed one, Christ from Christos. We see in Isaiah 30 verse 30, the Lord will cause people to hear his majestic voice and will make them see his arm coming down with raging anger and consuming fire with cloud burst, thunderstorm and hail. The cloud that Christ is said to come back on. In the New Testament, one of the 4 Gospels, I think it's 2 of the 4 Gospels of Christ in Revelation. The heavenly warrior defeats the beast. And I'm sure you all know that in Western culture, especially here in America, which has been described as a place with a historically Judeo-Christian culture, that their conceptions of being warriors and martial artists aren't valid. They're not divine, they're secular, they're profane. Profane as in fake. The word proof, pro of, and profound and deep and spiritual, versus profane and fake and movie-like. And Notre Dame, right? The Cathedral of Notre Dame, the Sistine Chapel. Right? The Sistine Chapel and the local churches, these things are shallow. They're fairy-like. They're psychology-based, and so on and so forth. Mere human rules, customs, and traditions, and not a deep, heartfelt worship of God, which you don't find anywhere on the planet. It's just me. Thank you.